Hi students, hope you are preparing well for your board exams, revising well for your board exams, and most importantly, recalling whatever you have prepared and whatever you have revised. Now, just before the board examinations, it's not the time, for the time duration that you have of hours, 24 hours or 12 hours or 8 hours. It's not the time where you're going to, go through the whole subject and the whole syllabus of the subject. It is time when you summarize it and recall the most important points and sleep and go for your board examinations. Now students, for this session, the most important thing is we're going to discuss the hacks and tips for the board examinations for which you can score well and do well in your exams. Because we know whatever you put in, how much of a hard work you're doing, what is the most important thing that we opt and we look for is the results. If the hard work that you have put in, because the hard work that you have put in, if it is not being fruitful, that means you have not been recognized. So the whole objective of the entire hard work throughout this board exam for 3 months was for your good performance. Now, if you happen to miss exam due to your health condition, that will not be the fault of your efforts. It will be the fault of not taking care of yourself at the last moment when you have to actually go and perform. So please students, first and foremost thing that you do is you take care of your health, because a healthy mind comes only when you have a healthy body. Eat healthy, drink healthy, intake as much as fruits, as much as juice, and drink ample water. Don't intake heavy foods, no cheesy stuffs, no pizzas, so that you don't feel drowsy, because they make you feel more lazy and more drowsy, because a lot of carbohydrates and fat intakes will make you lethargic. No time for that. So you have to eat things that keep you refreshed. Moving on to the most important thing is the exam anxiety. Students, the most important thing that you need to understand is anxiety is a resultant of the thought that you have in your mind. If you will keep reminding yourself that tomorrow is exams and I'm stressed for the exams, you have two options that you have to opt for. One is fight it or flight it. You will look for excuses when the anxiety level is actually overpowering you. But if you overpower the anxiety level, you will fight it. So students, tomorrow when you are going for the exams, for example, your board exam is tomorrow, the paper is tomorrow, you will sit with the paper with full confidence, thinking in mind that I will only give my best. Don't think what you know and what you don't know, because that is actually going to make you anxious. When you go into the board examination hall, read through the entire question paper with a very calm mind. Understand the questions that are being asked. That's the most important of all. Don't see to the questions which you know and which you don't know. Understand all the questions, what are they asking. Then analyze yourself, which is the most easy question for you to opt for, because over there you have to see the points that you can actually write for the exams, for the questions, sorry. The questions are actually looking for points and the concept. Now, there may be some questions which you don't know, but you have to opt for it. So over there, you have to see and understand there must be some concept that you have for it. So over here, it's not going to evaluate you that what you're going to write there is, you can't write stories, but there has to be some concept that you have. So you have to portray, you have to lay down the concept that you have created, that you have understood, and in that paper. Now, after the examination, don't let the impact of one paper fall on the other. Maybe there was something that you missed out in this paper. Don't let that happen in the next paper. Understand the mistakes that you have made in this paper. Maybe the time management. Time management is a very important thing during examination. Half of the students actually spoil examination when they actually run out of time. You know one answer, you keep writing the answer in such a way, in such a long answer you give, that if it is for 5 marks, you have written for 15 marks. Students, that answer will not fetch you 15 marks even if you write for 15 marks. If the marks allotted is 5 marks, you have to write 5 marks. You have to have a control over the time and the mind and the emotions. You have to control your emotions when you're writing for that question. So time yourself according to the marks of the questions. Then coming on to the next thing is, please do not give yourself that time in that examination to get distracted. Don't look around and see what others are doing and what is happening around. Focus on the questions that is there in front of you. Answer them with full concentration, because once you break your concentration, remember, you will miss out to some points which could be very important for that particular answer. So don't look around, don't do anything which is not needed. Now, the last and the most important thing is, when you appear for one exam, it is the best that you have to give. Result may or may not be in your hand, but the performance that you give on that day is what is going to determine your result. So please give the best performance there. Make it the best shot. Even if you don't know answers, write a conceptual answer. Okay? Now, most of you have the problem with the maths. There are 2 to 3 ways of doing the same sum. Not necessary that you are doing the way you are taught in class, or you're doing the way you are taught in your tuitions, or you're doing the way it was there in your examples of the book. As long as you have got the concept right, as long as you are doing it correctly, that will fetch you marks. So don't use your head over unwanted things. Focus and give the best shot. Thank you so much. All the best for your exams, and just take care of yourself. Keep your mind calm. Don't waste your thing and energy over unwanted things. And lastly, and most importantly, students, if you are still having some queries related to board exams, if you're still having any queries related to board exams, please feel free to comment and let us know where we can help you and resolve your problem. Thank you so much. All the best. Do well.